I'm doing the only thing I can do today, and I'm going sparkly. We're going sparkly. I can't even remember what they're called. Something like the Groovy Weight Stars Edition, I think. It's the weekend reading. How can that be? And it's also the first weekend in February, isn't it? And we are at the astrological point of Imbolc at last. Saturday the 3rd and Sunday the 4th. Oh God, we've got a new moon soon. Cripes, it's only next Friday. Everything, is it me or am I just getting really old? She says, wearing her Amazon reading glasses. 3 whole pounds, people. These are really nice, aren't they? Yeah. What was I going to say? I've lost the other pair. They came with another pair which are equally as nice, but obviously I've lost those. 3rd and the 4th, and the moon is in Scorpio, and then it's in Sagittarius. So thank God for that on Sunday, starting at 6:28. And welcome. And there's a nice kind of painting here. She comes from the sea. Oh God, I'm going to make a show of myself. Brigged at Kilbride, Isle of South Uist. By Oh my God, I have not got over the IT experience. I have not. It's like, this is 24 hours later and I'm just... It has worked. I learnt an epic amount of stuff. The guy was brilliant. And he didn't ever do that derisive, I think that the error rests between the computer and the user. You know, one of those hilarious IT jokes along the lines of, have you switched it back off and on again? He didn't do any of that. He was so encouraging and nice, which is why I've booked him again. But I can see it's probably a good 8 hours of lessons that I need. But learning's traumatic, isn't it? Let me know your thoughts, because a lot of you do a lot of things and I really like it, because you're clever and I like clever things, and you're nice and I like nice things. So there. And it was Evelyn's birthday. Happy birthday, Evelyn. In fact, it might be today as this goes out. It is, isn't it? Happy birthday, Evelyn. Aquarius. Nice. Yeah, learning is traumatic because I don't know why, actually. And if any of you do, I invite you to lavishly leave it in the comments. Tell me your thoughts. I've kind of got some thoughts and I can't actually articulate them, but it's something to do with, like, it could be plants, but there's something that when you cut it, I suppose pruning works like this. When you cut, and I am no gardener, as you know, but when you prune a plant, you kind of agitate something, don't you? And it sends out signals to grow like this. I'm sure it doesn't really look like that. It's a bit more like that. Are we back at school now, pretending to be an acorn growing into a tree? Funnily enough, I hated all that when I was at school, but I love it now. I think you have to rough it up to make it stick. There you go. That's what learning's like. And I think that's what it is. It just took a piece out of me yesterday that has not quite yet grown back. But in the long run, it will be really good. See, I've left the light on as well. I've left the light on and I haven't brushed my hair. I'm just going to fess it up. Look, see? Look at that. I think that needs a proper do. It's the weekend coming. What are you doing? I'm washing my hair and I'm putting a treatment on. I've got one that smells really nice and I can't remember the name of who it was. When it comes to me, I'll tell you, it's weird. It's a shampoo that I use as well that has no perfume and no colour in it. And whenever I try and tell anyone, I can never, ever remember the name, which is weird. And I wonder if other people are like that and maybe they should have chosen a different name. It's not Friends of the Earth. Yeah, it's giving me maths face. Hang on, I'm going to have to tell you. I'm not, you know, whatever you call it, sponsored by them or anything like that. It's not the kind of thing they do, I don't think. But it's really good. Especially if, you know, when I became allergic to everything. Sorry, I'm just looking it up on my phone. When I became allergic to, like, everything a couple of years ago, I had to use it then. Right, this will do it. And I was with my friend, and let me know if you do this as well. Hang on. And we were in the supermarket, and faith in nature. There you go. Faith in nature, natural fragrance-free shampoo, sensitive, vegan and cruelty-free. Well, they do like a hair conditioner that you leave in. and it smells heaven. Now, I'm hoping, because you know me, I'm no scientist, and, you know, I'm just as likely to use something that's 50p down, you know, the local shop as not, as long as I'm not allergic to it. But this smell, me and my friend go shopping sometimes as a stress reliever. This is my friend who lives that way, but it won't be that way because the camera does everything the wrong way, but over there. And we've been friends since we were 11. And she was actually saying when we walked to the shop the other day that it will be a bit, I'm not even going to say which one, a big anniversary for our friendship. So we're going to go away for a weekend and just do nothing and watch Netflix and stuff like that. But when we go for our walks to the supermarket, which is only about a mile away, we obviously do what you do, which is like take the lids off things in the shampoo and body thingy section. And I've done it a couple of times and gone like that and got it all over my nose, especially if it's a bad one. And then you go around like, oh my God, geranium the whole way through. But I did it on this and I went, oh my God. I went like that to her, and she was like, because she also hates a lot of smells. I'm not good on smells. She was like, yes. Let me just tell you what it is. Leave-in conditioner. Oh no. Yes. No, it's not that one. So it's a faith in nature, like a restoring hair mask, and it's not the one with rose in. Okay, have a look anyway, do your own sniffing. They also do, which I must admit I'm a bad girl and I haven't done, but you can buy it in big containers so that you don't have to use the plastic and all that stuff. There you go. I never thought we were going in that direction, but I feel like I needed a bit of a cozy chat with somebody about plants, hair conditioner. You know, I can't do any more of this. I'm just going to pick up 57,000 of your files that have been duplicated and port them over here. I'm like, just sitting there looking at him going, like that. I was getting smaller and smaller and smaller. He's like, can I have a lolly? I need a cider lolly from the van. Let me know if you're in the UK, if you remember cider lollies from the ice cream man. Honestly, swear to God, they're about 40% proof. It's always what I wanted. They were absolutely delicious. Probably wouldn't even be able to eat it now, but I'd love to. I would. And did you have, oh yes, did you have them in America and other countries? In Australia, do you have them? Right, would you like some tarot cards now? I've calmed myself down. We've had a good chit chat. Go and look at the community page as well, because I have been putting up, there's at least 3 of you that did. We've got, hang on, Debbie, she did a snow sculpture and that's on there. And is it Jenny's daughters? I think it's Jenny's daughters. They did them on like an away day thing. Just looking at that now. Do you know what? How many of you find it hard to actually find the community tab? Because obviously I do this every day and I have a channel and I find it really hard to even find my own community tab. So yeah, they need to do something about that. Right. Although I think we all know that I'm not, you know, the example of everybody's IT abilities. Debbie, yep. Yep, it's Jenny's girls. So have a look at all of those. To be honest, they're all freaking spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. I know, I feel chuffed actually, really chuffed. Right, what cards have we got today? Well, I'll give you the overall energy card actually, and that is a fine thing. We've got, this is Jupiter in Pisces, the genie and the lamp. This is when, and I feel like this has been coming up lately, we make our wishes to the universe, but we make our wishes in what we think and what we do and how we spend our time. Not just, because I was also watching somebody on TikTok the other day who did make a very good point about manifesting and all of that jazz that goes on out there. There's a couple of things I've seen recently that have really hit home with that, and this is a card of manifesting. One is that if you don't, and you know I'm going to use words I don't like here, inner child, there you go. If you don't heal the inner child, or wherever you're stuck at that particular piece of lack, which it usually is, you can't override it and start trying to cleverly manifest all kinds of things that your inner child doesn't believe you deserve. That hit me like a ton of bricks when I saw that on someone's, just this person on TikTok. I should have a look actually, although it's been several people on TikTok that have said that one. And I've now forgotten the second one. We'll come back to the second one. It was really important as well, but it has literally, I was completely in the moment then and trying to think of the face of the person who said it, and that's enough to throw me. So I'll come back to it because it was really important. I'm just going to see if I can remember it with my absolutely shot brain. So there was that one. Yes. And then the other one was a bit more obvious, but it just said, stop focusing on, I want this car with this many wheels or to do this specific thing. It's the state that counts. If you have yourself in a genie state of mind, just came up with that, you will find that things come to you, but what happens is you're normally the worst judge or have the least perspective. Let's just be kinder. On what's good for you and what you need. What you think you want might be absolute, poppycock, or it could be something else that's completely different you've never thought of. So if you don't nail it down, but you just give off the aura of receiving, you tend to find things drop into your inbox, so to speak. That's what I'm trying to say. Then we have the Four of Cups. I'm a bit of a fan of the Four of Cups. I know it's a card with some sort of bored teenager under a tree, but obviously I love a bit of cosmic hand, and this one has got the stars, even though I can't see them. Must do another one of those night readings with the light on. Those are spectacular. It really was. Four of Cups is an emotional reset card, and I'm glad that we're there because we've also got Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a card about passion and growth, what you're interested in and what inspires you, which is something that my guru, if you want to call it that, I don't know what I'd call it, but it could be that, he used to say to me when I hadn't seen him for a while, he'd say, Gemma, are you inspired? That's it. He'd say, are you inspired? I am at the moment. Death card. Hello, Scorpio. Hello, Deep Well. It's okay. Don't fear that card. It's change. Change is definitely a coming, and it's something to do with this whole Pluto thing, isn't it? It's a big old deal, that. And I'm not in the mood to try and understand it properly, but you don't even have to. It will, make itself known, but I can kind of feel it. I'm looking for an oracle card. Let's have... Sign of the times. Sign of the times. Oh, if you ever want to look up a good 80s song, that is a good 80s song. God, I love that song. Oof. Mountains. My camera keeps going in and out. Obstacles. Fair enough. You don't get the death card without obstacles. You don't get much without obstacles. That was the other thing that was in the thing about manifesting the other day. That if you could just ask for the direct thing that you wanted, you wouldn't have any of the experiences in life and you wouldn't experience the pleasure or pain or any of the light and shade of it. Oh, this is cool. Confirmation, angel numbers. So this is Crystal Banner, who always has really interesting, gorgeous cards. And this says The Spot, 272 Serendipity Boulevard. I don't know any boulevards in the UK. I think boulevard is an American thing and it sounds very grand. In the UK we're a bit more cul-de-sac, terrace, street. There's not a whole lot of boulevard, but if you are in the UK and you know of a boulevard, put it in the comments. Guests 1, table 1. It's at 1212, which is an angel number. This is very clever. And the items, it's 1020, tax of 91 cents, and then the subtotal 1111. That is neat. Her stuff is neat. So there's serendipity, but don't be specific about it. Okay? Nice. I'm going to go and eat some cakes that I made yesterday. 2 of them. Let me know what you're doing. Namaste.